Hey guys, welcome back. You're seeing for the first time since we've trapped the bird, Scarlett, the red-tailed hawk. Her training's been going very well. It only took her like a day for her to eat, and then she started eating off the glove, putting her head down in front of me, then hopping, and then flying, several feet to me. So I think right now we're like flying 20 feet on the creance. And yeah, she's doing very well. But if you can see that, she is panting right now, slightly. And that's just from her baiting on my glove before I started this video. So normally the birds won't start panting real hard just from a bait. Also, I've noticed that if I just fly her like 10 or 15 feet to me on the creance, she'll start panting. So that was something I started to watch, possible respiratory thing going on there. And I've noticed that since I've had her, she's not been like super strong, like when she baits off the glove or like when she flies to me. She wants to rip the little cover off my mic for the wind. But anyway, okay. I might end up with a hawk on my chest here real soon. But anyway, one of her castings, she had 2 roundworms. I think they're called roundworms. I looked them up in her casting. So she's definitely got something going on inside. I think she should have a little more energy. I think that she shouldn't be panting just from flying 15 feet to me. So I'm not a vet. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a biologist, anything like that. So, as falconers, we know what to look for if things aren't right. I don't want to obviously I know she has roundworms because I saw it in her casting, but anything else, I'm not equipped to, figure out what's wrong with her. I just know that there's something going on. And it wouldn't hurt, when you get a bird from the wild that you're going to keep, it doesn't hurt to take it to the vet and have them get checked out. So yeah, we're going to run to the vet and have the doctor take a look at her and just try to knock out whatever funk she's got. So let's head down there. All right, guys, it's the next day and we are back with Scarlett. She did have to stay 4 or 5 hours with the vet. They had to do a light anesthesia just so they could get some x-rays on her and take a look at her lungs. But she's doing much better now. I will say that if we did not trap this bird, I would say should be dead by January. She was very overrun with internal parasites. Obviously the roundworms that I saw in her casting, which I've had several birds over the years. I've never seen worms in the castings like that. So that was kind of alarming there. I know they all have some kind of parasites or worms, often just from them eating the wild mice and different critters. But I've never seen it like come up in like their castings like that, where they have that many of them. So she was treated. The lungs looked fine. They were a little inflamed from maybe just from her heavy breathing so much. But I think what happened was she was so overloaded with these worms and parasites that she, as we brought her weight down to work with her, her body couldn't handle anything but a high weight to deal with these parasites and worms. I'm going to have to take this. I forgot to take the wind cover off my mic, so she wants to rip it off. And I'm going to take that off. But let's go up to the perch, the training perch, and we'll tie her off to the creance. I'm just going to do real short flights with her. We're still in the middle of training, but I don't want to overexert her while she's trying to get better. But after she got meds last night, she got meds this morning. I mean, she's like a new bird. So, I've noticed that since I've had her, she's kind of been pretty mellow, even flying to the glove and like showing her the lure. There hasn't been that fire that we normally see. So now it makes sense. So we may see a little more pep out of her. So we'll take her up to the perch and just do some real short flights with her. Okay, got her on the perch. I've been flying like 20 or 30 feet with her, but I'm just gonna do some short flights. I want her to spread her wings a little bit, but I don't want to like really make her work while she's kind of down. So see, I've got her weight up, and that's pretty good response for her weight being up. So she may be hunting heavier than I originally thought, just because she was so run down with the internal parasites and those roundworms. So we may have a completely different bird here. And she's already ready to fly to me again. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to hide this from her and let you guys see it. This is called a lure. It's a big leather pad, and it's got more food on it than what I would give her from the glove. So basically, the lure is the dinner plate, and the glove is just the snacks. So she's been kind of slow to the lure before, you know, this whole vet thing went on. But let's see how she acts now. Even with her weight up, I have a feeling she's gonna be pretty receptive to the lure now that she's feeling better from the medication. So let's see, let's offer it to her. This is the third time she's seen the lure. There we go. That's the third time she's seen the lure. And the first two times, even with it like right under her perch, she just was not interested, and that was a lower weight than this. So I'm glad we got that medication in her and she's feeling better, because this is just night and day difference. So I'm gonna come in here and offer her a little food while she's on the lure. I don't want her to think I'm there to steal her kill or anything. So I'll just offer her little pieces here and there while she's working at that. Yeah. See, she's mantling her wings. Take her. So once she's done with that lure, then I'll call her up to my glove for a piece of food and we'll be done. So the lure is a nice thing. It's kind of like an insurance policy. If like let's say we're hunting and the bird's flying towards some power lines, some telephone poles with like the power line that goes over top, you know, they can get shocked and killed on those. So I can throw the lure out and she will make a beeline right towards me because she knows it's gonna have the dinner plate on there. So that's it's a nice thing to have if you need to get the bird down in an instant, or like if we see a cat in the woods, we don't want her to hit a cat, we'll call her down real quick, where she might not respond to the glove all the time, she'll come down to the lure. She still wants to make sure she got everything off the lure. Yeah, see her checking out. I want her to hop up to the glove. I don't want her to stay on the lure. There we go. And then while she's eating that, I'll go ahead and throw the lure in my game bag. And that's the same as if this was a kill. She would kill a squirrel or a rabbit. I would throw the lure down, she would leave the kill and work on the lure. Then I'll put the kill in my game bag, and then when she's done with the lure, I'll give her a little piece of food on the glove, throw the lure in my game bag, and everybody's happy. Okay. Yeah, she's still panting a little bit, but nothing, and she also just ate a lot of food, but nothing like what she was, you know, a couple days ago. So she's definitely got a lot of her strength back. So I'm gonna, you know, while she's kind of down right now, I'm going to take you guys down to the hawk house. It's called a mews, and I'll just show you my little setup there. Alrighty, everyone, we are down here at the mews, and we'll just start off with the outside here. This is the food chute. So if I want to feed the bird while she's in the mews, I don't want her to relate me with food in the mews. When I go in, she knows that I'm not feeding her. I'm just getting her out, maybe doing something with her equipment on her, or just getting her out to go hunt and then come back. So she's not expecting any food from me at all, and I don't have any kind of issues with that. This is just a little door here. I'll show you on the inside, but basically, if I need to, clean out, I've got pine bark on the floor inside. If I need to clean all that out from all of her mutes, I can just bring the bucket of my tractor right here, put the lip of it right there, and then just shovel all of the pine bark into the bucket, get it out of here, put some fresh bark in there. So going around, here's so basically it's half like an enclosed and half open. So it's kind of like a weathering area where they can kind of get exposed. And then you've got like the mews where she's got her protection from all of the elements. And then, they like to sleep on the enclosed side. Here's the man door that goes in. We'll go in here in a second. I've got 2 strands of electric that go all the way around the weathering area half. And that is specifically for predators, especially raccoons. I live by a river. The river's just on the other side of that road over there. And we have a lot of raccoons around here. The chicken coop over here, I've got power that also goes around that. You can probably kind of see the dirt there below the windows. That's the raccoons checking, or they used to before I put electric down. They used to check to try to get in the windows every night. But once I put the electric up, that stopped. I actually have a trail camera picture of a raccoon coming in at night after I put the electric up. And then like 30 seconds later, you can see a blur where it was running away. So it's very effective. But I just have this vinyl coated mesh that's on the inside. And then, I don't know if you can see it. Let's go inside and I'll show you the walls on the inside here. All right, so you can see it's one layer of 1x1 vinyl coated wire, and then inside of that I've got 2 layers of window screen. What that does is it keeps mosquitoes out. The birds are susceptible to getting bit by a mosquito that has West Nile virus, so this really helps keep out. I mean, it's pretty much tight. It's not airtight in here. You don't want it to be airtight. I've got gaps in different areas just so air can flow, and then obviously some air can flow through this window screen. But we'll move on to here. We've got her bath pan with fresh water. If she ever wants a drink or take a bath. I have seen the red tails take baths, not very often, but they may do it more often. I just don't see it. But the water's there, and they also don't drink that much, as much as you would think. They get a lot of their liquid from their prey. So, and then I have a few different perches in here. I like to give them just different options and kind of keep their mind busy while they're in here. But that's just a log I got from my neighbor. And what I use on my perches is, it's like a outdoor mat from Walmart. You can get one rug for like $12 or something like that, and they go a long way. But I glue these down and I staple them down. So, and then we'll go up here to the this is just a 2x4 crossed over with that same kind of material all the way across. And then I added this one. The bird I had before, she kind of would land on this perch and was always interested in, for whatever reason, being over here. So I added this perch in case this bird kind of does the same thing. This is just a bracket I got from Menards. Just a 45-degree angle, and pretty simple. But I think it'll be a nice little option, and give her an option just to bounce around if she wants to. Here's where the food chute comes in, and then I call it the chopping block. Same thing, just a log with that outdoor mat kind of cut to fit the top of it, and glued down and stapled. I do like this stuff because for years, I've never had any issue with their feet. You have to watch what kind of material you use. They can get bumblefoot and have issues with their feet, but I've never had an issue with this stuff here, so that's been pretty good. But yeah, if I'm out of town or I can't make it home in time when the bird needs fed, my wife or my neighbor can run over and throw the food through the chute. It'll land on here. She'll come down and she'll eat right there. And then this is the other perch. This is where they'll sleep at night. You can kind of see all the mutes on the back wall here. So, and this is the inside of the door where I would open this door, cover this so this doesn't get nasty, but just open this and I can just shove all these dirty pine shaving or pine bark out of here. And then you usually want to keep everything as smooth as you can. So I've used, I think it's called hardboard from Menards. I think you can get it like in several different areas, but basically it's just like $12 for a 4x8 sheet. And when this gets nastier than it is now, and trust me, it doesn't take long, I can just rip this down, $12, I can put a whole nother sheet back up. So that's real nice. It's got a smooth side to it, and I can keep things, you know, pretty clean in here for without breaking the bank. So yeah, that is my setup. You know, I think the bird will be good here in about a week and a half. We'll see. We got some quick results just overnight, so that's a good sign. But the next video may be a fishing video. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. We're just trying to get her back in business, and the leaves are down, so we're ready to get out there and chase some squirrels and rabbits. But I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one.